back at it. Another episode of Show Love Regardless. Here with my co-host.
J Alpha, you already know who it is, man. They're black and beautiful.
Your boy M. Dot back at it again. Coming to you with another week of some fun but entertaining news.
Yep.
So let's get into it right out the gate. We got playoff basketball. And there's been a lot of great games taking place, even though the Lakers are no longer in it. We always got to acknowledge.
We still, we're crossing our fingers. Hopefully the Lakers will get rid of some dead weight.
I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, just hopefully we get rid of some dead weight.
So,
I ain't say no name. I just hopefully we get rid of some dead weight.
Listen, long live the king, man. Listen.
I know the Lakers don't got no king on their team, but I wish we did,
Just had to throw a shot in there. So, my boy Jalen, the young brawler, he's out there. He got New York looking like a squad.
I got y'all winning one more game.
But
I feel like niggas is overhyping the
overhyping what? The
Yeah, I got that one win, but I don't think y'all. I got one more win in y'all. That's it.
Wow.
I'm telling you, I have Boston going to the finals.
So let's say New York knocked out Boston right now in this round. You know how
I'll be surprised.
Let's say what you have a little merch set.
I'm gonna be super surprised. OD surprised.
I didn't want to give this any much publicity than it already.
I mean, the Knicks are gonna be the Knicks. Y'all be acting like y'all don't know what the Knicks are. The Knicks are gonna be the Knicks.
Yeah, my mom.
They're gonna be super great with them, and they still
rooting for the Knicks. You know what I mean? So the Knicks, I got a very sore spot in my heart for the Knicks.
The Knicks are the Knicks.
Shout out NY, man.
Yeah, shout out NY, man. I love, but the Knicks are the Knicks.
But let's talk about Indiana versus.
I've been telling people this. Cavs is a season team. They're gonna look great in the season. Then when the playoffs start getting, and look, they got dudes out that with injuries that they could still be playing. Like Garland's out.
How did they lose that game, the first game versus Cleveland? How did Indiana beat them in the last second? Halibut.
Because you gotta put respect on his name. You keep on saying he overrated. He's so motherfucking he ain't overrated. That light-skinned, biracial, panda, whatever he is.
That hybrid baby. Yeah.
Hybrid dude. He nice. Put respect on Tyrese Halliburton's name. Halliburton.
See, you don't know his name.
His name kind of weird.
You know how much of a spot he has in his heart.
He's a problem. Put respect on his name.
What the Halliburton? What the Halibut?
Yeah, because he's not overrated. He's nice. And he's showing you.
But listen.
And they going back home. They win, and then it's over. These dudes, Garland, sucker up. I heard play. Man, he got like a dislocated thumb or something. He can play with that. Take that shit up.
Yeah, because Steph out there still doing the same shit.
Oh, Steph is out.
But hold on.
He put a hamstring on.
Before we move forward, let's talk about the new coach, the Denver Nuggets guy. Fucking, what's his name? Joker. This guy.
Nah, they got the other dude.
No. Nikola Jokic is the GM / coach / MVP.
He's not LeBron. He's trying to be LeBron.
The kid is a think tank. Our boy is a think tank. He's calling shots on the sidelines, subbing people in and out of actual live play. You gotta respect.
No, we jumped out. You don't think we think that's serious? Cavs and Pacers.
Cavs and Pacers. I'm gonna have to go. I despise the Pacers, so I'm gonna have to go with Cavs. Pacers is just a real bunch of.
Man, I got the Pacers in 6. Pacers in 6.
Pacers in 6. Yeah, well, it is hard right now. It is a 2. They down 2, right? And Pacers do have.
And they lost 2 games at home.
And they lost 2 games at home.
And games they should have won. They gave those games.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a fight to the finish. Well, right now it's gotta be a fight to the finish for it to make sense for Cavs. But like he said, another team that I hate watching, Cavs. They're always losing in the playoffs. They may have a great regular season squad running standings and losing in the playoffs. First,
they kind of remind me of those whole teams with Joe Johnson, Al Horford.
Well, what about?
Remember, he was season they were killing, and when playoffs come, they would never get over the edge.
Funny you said that because I remember one point in time, OKC was like that when Westbrook, prior to going to Denver, he was on OKC having a great regular season, triple-double.
But they were still like 8th. They were never like first.
They weren't first, but
that's when they were first when KD and them was there. But they were never first place.
No, they weren't. But
no, how did they been to the finals? They just lost.
But listen, but the whole point here I'm saying is that OKC is one of those teams as well as Cavs that I feel like when it comes to regular seasons, they got this outstanding. These standings are phenomenal, but then when it comes to the playoffs, they pump fake it. So.
And when let's go back to the OKC Denver. I got Denver. I give them 7. No, 6. Denver 6.
Denver all day with it. Denver, listen, they're playing top flight basketball right now. They're responding. They got listen, you know how much Joker believes in Westbrook? Westbrook is out here winning games. Come on,
Westbrook moving. Westbrook working. He been working. I know a lot of people hate Westbrook. Westbrook he be putting in that work.
Definitely, I definitely must say that.
And we think Warriors and Timberwolves.
Man, both of those teams are pretty comparable. They got the new
shit. But Curry out with a hamstring injury until Game 6, Game 7.
I did see that.
That's kind of tricky right there. But then they got Butler and they still won yesterday.
Exactly. Buddy Hield and Butler, they're doing some work together, which is good to see.
I don't know, man. Hey, Anthony Edwards he's a legend killer. That's what they call him. So.
Wow.
I feel like,
They call AE the legend killer.
Yeah, you see Randy Orton put up the picture. Yeah, he gave the nod off to him. He's a legend killer now because Randy Orton was the legend killer in the WWE. So.
Yo. Light work for my boy AE.
So I know it's gonna be tricky. I feel like that series is that's one series that could go 7.
Yeah, I definitely agree. That's definitely a series to be watched. But let's see what Buddy Hield and Jimmy Butler do together.
And let's see. I mean, so what do you think about we're gonna say happy retirement to Popovich?
Listen,
he's done coaching. I mean, I feel like he was. I mean, I just hope he's in good health, whatever that could help him healthy. I thought he didn't look good on that court. He looked like he was.
No, listen. Yeah. That's one dude who I always knew was going to leave it all on the court, man. Yeah. He lived and died San Antonio Spurs.
He followed a lot of good coaches that are running the league, that are greats. The Rockets coach.
The greats. We could talk a bunch of coaches. I hate watching them because they win with basic basketball. But
fundamentals.
He definitely has such an impact on the game itself. Shouts to Popovich, man.
Shout out to Pop.
LFA, you know what I'm saying? He's
a president of
operations.
Okay.
Listen.
And it's so crazy how that team is still. They at the press conference. Tim Duncan's on the side. Ginobili, Parker. Like it's kind of dope seeing that dynamic is still, even after retirement.
Yeah.
It's still like a foundation for this. The future of the Spurs. Yeah.
I definitely say Pop definitely instilled that in them. He was good at that. Man, he left it all.
One of the greatest coaches.
One of the greatest. Shout to Pop. Keep it
moving.
Shout
to Pop, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Music. I mean, we didn't even touch on music before, but I mean, I'm bumping the Banks right now. I'm a Banks fan, so I like Banks' mature hip hop. It's fire. I fuck with it. I like the song with Goldfish. That's probably my favorite song.
Yeah, that's definitely a tough song.
I never thought Goldfish was making a song with his union members since that whole Holla Rob, and they always like bump heads, but it's kind of cool. I mean, I guess again, Banks ain't union no more, so. Well, he is union, but not on paper.
Yeah. I definitely can say that he did. That's a great album. It's it's mature rap. It's definitely not shoot 'em up, bang bang, not so quick type stuff.
I mean, Banks haven't done shit like that in a while.
But it's cool to hear that. It's very it's lo-fi hip hop, but it's also very moving, inspirational, and it shows the transition. Because he was the artist at one point in time. He was a punchline king. You know what I'm saying? So to hear him make that transition and get such an impactful delivery on some of the shit he go in the booth and lay down, it's impressive. I like that. Shows like growth and evolution in certain artists. Because certain artists.
I want to play 2 seconds in my shit. This is my favorite song on this shit right here. The beat fire, soulful beat.
Yeah.
I I mean, just a half a bar probably.
Shout Banks, Blue
Shout
Hell.
out Banks, man. Blue F, man.
Sometimes I laugh and cry when thinking about my days as a kid. How I was watching TV shows and music played in the crib. It shook my mind up. More than Soul Train, we did the lineup. Used to look forward to games from my cousin when I could find him. Grew up in my grandma's house was.
Yes.
Yeah, we could
Yes.
that. And I mean, I fuck with the. I know everybody saying Doechii industry plant, but that Egypt remix.
I heard that.
Yeah, she's suing fire. It's smart that shout out to the West Side. West Side smart. He made sure to get her on that.
Yeah, he got it.
He sampled it for the beginning, so he might as well just throw her in there. Yeah.
Wes is definitely a culture creator. I call it like literally lifestyle influencer.
I fuck with the Egypt.
He makes art. He makes music art, and you always gotta appreciate that when it comes to someone like him, because that's generational like influence. That's something that's not gonna fade away in the next 5 years. You're always gonna be able to reference back to some of the things that Wes has said, done, and collectively put together. So shout out to the whole Griselda, BSF, and drummer team.
No, we're gonna go with 50 got a bunch of new shows where he's been promoting.
Yes, he does have a bunch of new shows. One of the most controversial moguls of our time. Definitely just opened up, this new studio out in New Orleans. But
he got what he's doing with Peter Chin.
Yeah.
I guess he's
Well, before we even get into this new show, Fifth, we trying to shoot something out there in the studios. Definitely tap in. But let's talk about these new ventures, man.
Yeah, I guess he's trying to get the Asians, man.
Listen, there's a story to be told.
Yeah.
Whatever culture you come from, right, or whatever ethnicity you are, there's a story.
I mean, at the end of the
to
day, America loves that gangster shit, Like he said, we do love watching that crime shit, so we're gonna watch it, whether they're black, orange, green, whatever.
America's new troubled child. So,
yeah.
How we love to support troubled upbringings and exploit
the underdogs that make it in whatever way they can make it.
Yeah, so let's see what we got in store though.
And he got Chinatown, I guess is with Peter Chin. I guess he's connected to that. He said he's connected to I don't know.
The Yakuza.
The Yakuza.
He went and did a bid for like 20 plus or something like
20
that.
20 years, yeah. He didn't tell on anybody.
He didn't tell anybody. There was no conflict of interest. There was no, tell this person to tell or implement this person. It was straight. Ironclad.
And he has one with the Mike Moy guy that was a Chinatown gangster. Then he became an NYPD detective.
Yes. So
I'm looking forward to that. I'm still waiting on Flores to see if he's gonna drop the TV show for that.
Yeah,
the podcast was cool.
Yeah, it's usually the other way around. You start as a copy and turn into a gangster because you start to see what you're missing out or what you're so-called trying to stop.
All these gangsters is telling their stories now, making money from it.
Someone needs to hear these stories, right? Everyone has a story. It's just up to your immediate audience who wants to listen to it. You might not want to hear my story, but I might not want to hear yours either. So,
and people, I don't know. You think he's beefing with Courtney Kemp?
Courtney, right?
I doubt he's doing. I think that's all promotion.
Courtney Kemp is a very talented individual. We don't want to discredit her for any of the work and contributions.
Yeah, she's the writer behind Power. What people love today.
What's Courtney without Fit though?
I mean, I think that's all promotion. 50's gonna tell you, I have no parts in this show that she has on Netflix.
Would you
but
watch
she's promoting
Power
shit
if you knew that 50 wasn't behind it?
I mean, 50 promoted. That's the only reason why I watched Power. I remember the first episode was on YouTube.
Would you watch that movie or that series? Sorry. Would you watch that series knowing it was just Courtney Kemp? You wouldn't even know who she was, right? It would have had to have grown on you. Yeah. But at the same time, those networks would have had to essentially felt there was enough traction to keep moving forward all these seasons, right? So, you both rub each other's back in a way that shows support.
But like I said, 50 be doing that shit for promotion. He's gonna shit on the show that nobody knows coming out. Now we're gonna watch it because he's shitting on it. Telling you, I have no parts in it. My name is not attached. It's not a Power remake. There's only one Power actor in it.
It's like the clickbait. It's like,
don't
press this if you don't want to see some shit.
50, it works every time. People fall for it. He's gonna do the fake beef, and then he's gonna make sure you capitalize off of it, and then
Yeah, well.
Both parties win. And he gets some type of traction on his IG page or whatever.
Yeah.
That show gets some traction.
It's always always a revolving door when it comes to publicity and how you.
I mean, he even said thank you to Jay when Jay told him I'm about $1. What the fuck is 50 cents?
Yeah.
Cause he's like, yo, you gave me an alley-oop. Now it's up to me to see what I'm gonna do with it.
Exactly. It's like it's an olive branch, and you can either take it and run with it, or just get ran over.
Yeah.
But on the lighter side of things, though, the Met Gala took place.
Yeah,
and,
Hollywood shit. You know.
I didn't say Hollywood. I think it's.
I mean, that's what it is. Hollywood shit. I mean, I got no people. You know, do what they do. The elites do what the elites do. You know.
Listen, it's a great opportunity for you to see some of the, hard-working efforts that some of these fashion designers have put together and cultivated as far as like threads. I think it's an amazing opportunity for you to see some of the people who influenced.
Rihanna dropped another baby. She didn't even know she dropped the third one.
Exactly, my boy. My boy Rocky.
I mean, you got I think Rihanna got whatever she wants in life. Now she's business. Now she want to do her family.
Listen, I'm trying to have a.
I know people be hating on that, but yo, let her do her family.
I'm trying to have a back. Listen, I think it's amazing that he's doing.
I said humans be hating
on listen, Rock is a smart man. He's holding the fort down. He got an album coming out. Don't be dumb. Go out and cop that. Or more importantly, think about the influence that he's having on.
And I think that the theme was tailoring black style.
Yeah.
That was the theme this year.
Yeah. It's absolutely amazing to see how that all came together. You had Jerry Lorenzo out there. There was a couple people on the actual.
You see what they
rocking the Lorenzo. But look
at you seen Andre 3000 with the big ass piano.
Andre 3000.
I'm gonna find out he came out with a piano album.
Yeah, he came out with a piano instrumental album, basically.
Apparently, I heard that album was made years ago, though.
Okay, well,
They're supposed to say the worst hip hop album. I guess that was supposed to be the name of the project.
Yeah.
Because he's not rapping at all.
Yeah.
It's so funny that he stayed trolling everybody. Like, I don't know why people keep waiting to see him rap. He's not gonna rap for us. He told you he's done. He's been telling us that he's not rapping anymore.
I think one of the last chances we had to see Andre 3 Stacks rap was when he was on that freestyle with
No, I mean they want like a solo album.
Yeah. I know what I'm saying. Last
but he still rap. I mean, he be giving his guest verses here. Last one was right?
He
killed that. Yeah.
But I think what happened was A abused that and weaponized that verse, and what happened is it kind of it created the deterrence towards.
But you already said that he feels like he's too. What can he rap about? He feels like
what is it rapping about?
But come on, we just seen Banks doing mature rap. He thinks people don't want to hear that. Your fans matured. They don't want to hear you rap about the same shit anyway.
Yes, we want mature rap. It's you can't.
I thought that shit was a cop out anyways, bro.
But listen, there's definitely but think about it. Like, what would Hov rap about right now, right?
Hov could still rap. He'll come, man. Hov will give us some drug bars. We do not care. We want Hov make rapping easy. So we want to hear a masterclass of rapping. That's what we get with Jay.
You're right, but at the same time,
and Jay was rapping about art shit anyways.
Yeah, but
remember 444? Everybody said it was golf course music. It was music that you play on a yacht. It's like boring music. Remember people were saying that?
Yeah, it's a mature.
But the 444 to me was still fire. So
it was. It evolved coke rap. It was basically drug rap. It was.
I mean, he didn't really have that much drug rap on him.
But
he was talking about his mom's with his mom. He was talking about.
He was essentially talking about washing the money through art. So you gotta read into it.
Yeah, I mean, there's some, but I'm talking about it was not all that. That wasn't the only subject matter.
Yeah, but as far as
what outfit did you like that you've seen out there?
If I had to keep it a stat, I definitely liked obviously Pusha T's. He had the matching suit with the snow speckles over the shoulder blades, which is pretty cool. Yeah. I like more of a European cut, like a light.
I ain't gonna put Savannah was looking good too.
Savannah looked great. Shouts
to
Miss
she had the little.
It
looked like some little Hogwarts.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool. I don't know how I feel about Doechii and that whole, league.
Oh, she had the whole shit. She was bugging out. Man, look, she getting big now, man. She gonna start treating people like yo.
Is this a Lizzo ordeal, or are we just,
man, it's superstars, man. They don't act like superstars, you know.
That doesn't excuse you.
You
shouldn't be talking to people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Man, she a Grammy winner.
Don't get outside your body because you got acknowledged for all the hard work and effort or someone put you in that place to do so. But let's
Yo, she's gonna be a diva, man. Let her be a diva,
no,
man.
listen, never acceptable. You saw what happened to Lizzo, right? Don't you? Don't put yourself in a predicament when people question about.
Come on, Lizzo was telling people to put. Lizzo was doing a little too much. Come on, she wasn't telling people, "Oh, I need another umbrella. Give me another umbrella." That ain't the same shit with Lizzo. What they accused Lizzo of doing.
Completely unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. It's just like, but other than that, well, that Jalen Hurts had a cool little outfit on. He was looking real dapper. Damson Idris.
Yeah, what you think about what was I about to say about Future cutting his dreads? They say he look like Wanda Spikes now. That's what they were saying
They
online.
said my boy, young Pluto looked like a dyke or a
They
stud.
say he looked like he plugged something. He plugged a fork in the socket.
Yeah, but like,
and got electrocuted.
yeah, listen. He's had dreads for a long time. I'm pretty
Yo,
sure.
me, I ain't never cutting these motherfuckers off.
We're balling.
Never.
He told me he had whiplash because the dress is too heavy. But
Nah, I think somebody hit me, probably. I'm never cutting these dreads off. Ever. Never, ever. Dread man forever.
Stay tuned. Episode 22. They
I
gonna
ain't
be
cutting my dreads. You crazy.
My boy had a blowout.
Yeah, alright, never.
No, listen.
Come on, I got this big black and beautiful hair. Why would I cut it for?
Don't get lost.
My crown, you heard?
You listen. Shouts to my barber, man.
Yeah, my barber too, he cut the sides.
He always keep me.
I ain't no real roster, so I cut the sides, you know.
But as far as the Met Gala and the people who already attended, it's always good to see, you know.
What did you I heard your man's got banned Playboy Cardi because
That's how he sounds rapping, because I'm sorry if you don't know what.
Yeah, that's not for me.
He's really not, he's not really
race
formulating words. So he's.
Like they say he got banned. You think he got banned? He got banned because of his shit?
Listen,
Like
I rock with your music, but you know it's accordingly listened to.
Oh, what about your man Domingo, the Dominican? You know you have Dominican. What about your man, your cousin?
Yeah, Domingo.
Domingo.
He looked good. Listen, guys always trying to blaze.
Yeah, that's so crazy how. Like I didn't know he was gay. Then now that you just see the gay face now, like it's like you know how they have that little glow.
Yeah, he was actually on this new series on Netflix. It's an older group of people who essentially meet up, throughout the years. And every couple of months or every couple of years, they meet up and they do these group settings. And Cole Domingo and his husband were kind of like going through this transition over the years. But it was cool to see him. He's always giving his best foot forward as far as acting. But
I'm surprised they ain't invite your boy Ye, huh? You could have came with this girl on with a sushi plate or something, feeding off her naked body or something like that.
Yeah, listen. One person out there.
It's crazy. Ye didn't sell shit with his album, but I guess because he didn't play the game.
Well, the real question is how many people bought his stem player, because the stem player had the album on it, right?
Yeah, I had the stem player.
So we got to think about those are real sales. These are after sales. These are albums that came out.
And it wasn't under the name. I mean, we could talk about that. But the album still wasn't done.
6,500 sold after he made his real money in it on the stem player. Was he really losing? Not really. But there was another dude who I really think he does a lot of damage low key and not even a low key, high key. Luke Babbitt, phenomenal individual, definitely a groundbreaker in the fashion world. Acting skills through the roof. My boy's timing is ridiculous. Definitely a cool guy. We'll talk with him and his image, because I definitely feel like we need to give him a little more airplay. Pause. I'm not trying to glaze him, but definitely acknowledge his impact in the fashion world. So shout out to him, and why he didn't show up at the Met Gala, we'll never know. Meg Thee Stallion. My reservation about Meg, right, is should we expect the next generation of women to age like Meg?
Meg's not that old though.
But I'm talking about like her evolution as an artist, her evolution as a woman. Like, how old do you when you stop twerking? When you stop running around here acting real ratchet? Like
she's still young though. She's like what? She ain't even 30 yet, is she?
Yeah, I think she's like 30-something. But there's no point. Like no love doors towards Meg. But you,
man, yo, remember we had this conversation before. Our community pushes the bullshit to the forefront.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. You know, like if we gonna keep it a buck, like, give us some objective there. You are part of the whole.
That is a representation of woman empowerment. Women being able to do whatever they want and going against society's norms of what a woman should act and be like. Woman power, woo! Right?
So, I must say that everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but at the same time, it's not who I rock with. And
Yo, man, don't listen to these guys, man. Do what you want to do. Shake that ass. Shake what God gave you. Wherever, whenever. Church, funeral, wedding, graduation, your child, political campaign. Shake that shit.
But that shit didn't work.
Shake it.
It didn't work.
I mean, Kamala wasn't good, man. Kamala, we don't want to talk politics, but come on. Shake that ass wherever you want, man. Everywhere.
You should have the right to do so, right?
Yeah.
But
We like to watch it.
But would you sit there and judge another individual, another female, she was running down like that out somewhere? Necessarily.
I mean, if you remember, they were hating on Lizzo lost a little weight, but now I think Lizzo could get away with it now too.
But Lizzo was running down doing the same thing, and letting these girls think it was okay to be running around here obese and not take care of themselves. But,
You know, women, they're gonna be like, oh my God, yes.
but y'all was
shit.
running around here telling these girls it's okay to be big, but then on the flip side, you was losing weight and getting to it because you had the resources to do so, but all these other girls didn't change their lifestyle because they were still riding the Lizzo, get big, be happy bus, right? But listen, the fact is that she changed her life. I hope that she can use that same energy to help these other individuals change their life. And you ain't thick. I'm not talking about her, but in your mind, for those who think that they're thick, you might want to reevaluate.
I don't know, man. It's not like you hating on the facts, bro.
Love is love, love is love. But moving right along, as far as talking about the freedom to do certain things. So most recent one, let's pull this up and play it and give some feedback.
Oh, we're talking about it first started with that lady calling the kid the N-word or something like that?
Yeah, let's actually play the actual clip.
Huh? Did you call the child a nigger word? It is my business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again? Okay. Alright, that's what you say. Nobody thinking your shit. That little kid, you call him a nigger? The little child? Are you about to hit him?
You act like when I'm a call him.
So that gives you the right to call a child, 5-year-old, a nigger, the N-word. That's what you're gonna call him. You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that. Huh. Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you. Call him a nigger?
So,
I was like, yo, me? I don't really care about that word. Like, that's gonna have no power over me. And people are gonna say to me, I'm big. I don't have people saying that word to me. It's just what it is. Like, and I feel like it's stupid for me to feel bad about a word that I call people it. Me, I don't care about that word. I feel like you give people power when you get offended by that word. People only say that shit just to get you mad, and that's what don't get you mad. But I feel like you can say whatever the fuck you want. Just know there's some repercussions to what you said. So yeah, you can say it, but just be careful. You're gonna stay around some people that ain't gonna like it, and they're gonna put hands on you. Just be ready for that.
So, fast forward here, you and your girl moved forward in life. You guys are happy. You had a kid. I'm saying hypothetically speaking.
Yeah, me and my girl, I guess, yeah.
You have a kid, right? You're in the park. You're chilling, probably drinking a wine or something like that with your girl, probably drinking some green tea, chilling, sitting out by the beach, got your kid out there, he's splashing in and out of the water, wading in the water, sitting by the beach side. Some lady comes out the water.
Yo, you heard what he said? He was acting like, well, my kid ain't gonna be acting like no nigga, man.
So hold on, some.
You know there's a difference between black people and niggas, remember that.
So let me ask you a question. Let me finish what I'm saying. So let's say your kid's going in and out of the water on the sand, and her kid's close to the actual sand bank.
But you remember what I said? I said, you can say whatever you want, but just remember there's repercussions. If you don't call my kid nigger, I'm gonna have to do something.
So until his kid actually gets called the nigger.
No, I said you can say whatever you want. Whatever words you want to say. But just be willing for the repercussions of you saying those words. That's what I said. I didn't tell you if it's okay or it's not okay. I'm saying I feel like you should have the right to say whatever the fuck you want. But just know there's repercussions to what you say. That's all I'm saying.
That's all you're saying. But when I think so, the other side of this question here, right? How would I feel if someone said that to my kid? I would take that as a learning moment, right, from my kid, and I would obviously not react to it. More importantly, I would say to my kid in that moment that some people, like this individual, try to use this word to essentially control you, right? And this is an opportunity for you to realize how meaningless this word is, right? And how you shouldn't let someone.
But I feel like also, I feel like if you find that word offensive, why do you
say it?
You shouldn't say it if it's that offensive. Like we have this next clip.
I'm just
where
saying.
he is calling people the N-word, and he's getting mad that the host is telling somebody to say it.
Wait, he's not calling people N-word.
No, he said it.
He said, "Do you think it's okay to call him?"
Yeah. He's saying. I feel like if that word is so offensive, and he starts bringing up Jews, but Jews don't go around calling each other the racial slur.
Yeah, but that's the only open-ended slur that people are so universally open.
Yeah, but I feel like we made it okay. We put it in our art.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree that we made.
So you're telling me, rap is the highest consumers of rap are white people. So I'm listening to music and I hear this word over and over and over and over and over. Now you're telling me I can't say it? I'm gonna say it.
No. So, but I don't know this lady who's in this segment.
No, yeah, this lady, she's clearly a racist.
Yeah.
She's just clearly, but I'm saying like regular white people. Like, no, ones that are not racist.
So let's stay here because I'm trying to talk about the fact that the word was she was trying to weaponize the word. People.
But she didn't even want to say this shit. She was just talking shit.
Yeah.
But I feel the same way she felt. I feel like you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want. But like I said, there is going to be repercussions to what you say. So at the end of the day, say whatever the fuck you want. But just know, somebody's not going to like what you say, and be prepared for whatever comes with that.
So funny that you say that, right? You should be able to say what you want to say, right?
Yes, I don't. As long as you're not putting no violence on nobody or saying there's a bomb in the crib and inciting some type of. But I feel like you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Okay.
But just know there is some repercussions to certain shit you say. That's all. That's what I believe. I feel like you can say whatever the fuck you want. As long as you're not hurting somebody, physically, not emotionally, but like if you're not hurting anybody physically with what you're saying, say whatever the fuck you want. Just know certain words will lead to repercussions, and be ready for those repercussions.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Like, and me, that word just has no effect on me. And look at me, nobody fucking saying that word to me.
Yeah,
like,
so no one's going to say that to him because of the size of him. But remember, there are people out there who have literally made it illegal to say that. There are states in the South that literally will penalize you for saying that. So, being the fact that the word is widely used in certain communities, the same people, they are quick to react and respond to.
And I feel like it's culturally different. Because I remember growing up, the rule was white people can't say it.
Yeah.
Right? We had Asian friends that say Indian, Hispanic. Now it's like no one can say it but black people. I feel like that doesn't make sense. If you don't like that word so much, don't use it yourself. Like I always say, people like, oh, you can't use it. They're using this shit, and then trying to tell you it's different when somebody else uses it. And it's just culturally different. Like New York City, New York, we heard anybody that grew up with us, we heard them say it.
Yeah.
As long as you're not white or whatever. And some places white people, they grew up with black people, they could say it, and people don't care. Like it's in that friend group, right?
Yeah.
I feel like this word is different, like geographically.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I feel like down south more, they don't play with that word because it was just a different climate.
It definitely meant
Yeah, it was a different climate out there. So I guess it depends on who you ask and who you talking to, how they feel about that word. Me, I used to care about that word, but now I'm like, I got bigger fish to fry. Like, I don't give a fuck about the word. And people are not going to say it to me. It's what it is. And nobody, I never, even when it was somebody else of a different color, they never said it to me in a manner to get me upset. It was just like, it was like, so they trying to be down because, you know, they're fans of hip hop or they're fans of the culture, and.
Well, I can attest to that because it's definitely used in different.
But then I'm not talking about white, I'm talking about Hispanics, Asians.
And again, I can attest to that it's definitely being used, weaponized towards me. It's been weaponized. I've seen it weaponized for other people. I've seen people rephrase how the word is used, or the actions that lie behind it, or they actually tie in a group of people that are usually of a color to essentially put them in this box.
I don't know, I feel like, me too, I feel like, to the point, nigger is not like, I feel like it's not even a color, it's like the way you act.
That's someone.
I thought there's black people and there's niggas, bro, at the end of the day, to me.
So someone has created a line of vision in his train of thought about people in the way you act, but yet he uses it in descriptive terms towards a word of endearment when having a conversation. Seems a little conflicting, huh?
I'm not saying, I said that's what hip hop did. I didn't say that. Hip hop did it. Nigga this, what's up my nigga, what up nigga? We got to quit Quentin Tarantino movie. They said like 3 million times.
You know, listen, hip hop or not, there are other platforms and other avenues that has made the word almost like a natural commercial.
I just feel like out of every racial group, nobody uses their slur as a word of endearment. So you do this and you think like, in black people, we brag about us being an influence on everybody.
I think so.
And then we get mad when the influence is being sown, where these people want to say the word. And we brag about we influence this, we influence that. If you want to, just like my man MJ said, Michael Jackson, you want to see change, you got to look at the man in the motherfucking mirror, right? You want motherfuckers to stop saying the N-word? Stop fucking saying the N-word. Then it'll probably transpire if people would stop fucking saying it.
You know, I thought
I'm talking to the man in the mirror.
I thought that same thing too. I just seen this recent
episode.
episode of The Studio with Seth Rogen and one of the most well-known Jewish actors. And it's widely said that in the Jewish community, there are terms that you say and speak amongst each other to give a sign of support and also a form of derogatory endearment.
Yeah, I think I butchered the words too, though.
I definitely think that there's definitely there needs to be some exposure on his part as far as what's being said in the undertones or in the broadest spectrum.
It's like, I remember that Kendrick concert? Kendrick had the white girl come up, say it, rap his words. And she was saying that, and she tried to not say the word, like, yo, you know how hard it is for you to tell somebody, oh, you're just a guest in this culture, you can't say the word when you listen to music, when it's being said more than 50 times on the track?
Okay, so moving right along.
Wait, I didn't even play, we might as well play the video.
The next video, yes.
Where people are allowed to say what they
I mean, we was
want
talking about this.
unashamedly, and you will
Well, go
not
on, then
have
say
to-
it. Say
You
the
will
M.
not have
Go on,
to
say.
speak.
Go on. Say the M word. Go on.
No.
No.
I'm gonna get you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term to me, because I'm the only on here.
That's what I'm saying. How the fuck you say it's a harmful and you call yourself, I'm the only nigga on. That's the confusion right there. You tell me it's a racial term, and you say I'm the only nigga on this channel.
That's not what he was saying. He was saying that if you're going to use a word as a descriptive term of a person, then he would technically be the only nigger on that panel. He's not calling himself that. If they were addressing it as
Let me play it again. Let's play it again.
Say what they want unashamedly, and you will
Well, go
not
on, then
have
say
to-
it. Say
You
the
will
M.
not have
Go on,
to
say.
speak.
Go on. Say the M word. Go on.
I'm gonna get you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term to me, because I'm the only on here. So
I'm the only nigga on here.
No, you're taking out of context of him when saying. If they were referring to anybody, the racially harmful, Okay, if the words are harmful, right? What would it be harmful to if it's an action? She's saying the only reason he's saying if it's a harmful term, right? Who would it harm if he's talking about action? He's talking if they had to refer to someone as a nigger on this panel, then it would be him. That's what he's saying. He's not referring to himself as a nigger. That sounds crazy that you would think that this educated man would refer to himself as a nigger on a panel. That's crazy that you would discredit that man in his efforts.
I don't know. Everything he told me man could get pregnant.
Crazy.
Everything he said, man. Everything he said, man could get pregnant. I don't take anything he takes serious, even if I agree with it.
That sounds nutty.
To call me the N-word, that's basically what it's going to be.
Exactly.
There's white people up here,
He called my sweat, but he called this nigga Uncle Tom because he doesn't agree with him.
No, that's not what he's saying.
No, he calls.
I saw it, but you're not listening to it. You're not listening to it.
I don't know. I just biased it.
No, you're not listening to it.
I don't want to invite a racial harm to me.
Yes.
Yeah, but before that, the clip don't show. He was saying that word has no effect on him before.
Yeah, but he's saying it doesn't have any effect on him.
So why are you going crazy about it?
The word it can't be harmful if you're referring to an action. If you're using the word or you're weaponizing the word, you're using the word to be harmful to someone, not something. If you're saying, yo, stop being niggardly, right? You're not directing that word towards someone. You're saying it as an action. But he's saying, if you're going to use it harmfully, right? Who are you directing that towards to? Because the only person that I'm here that you be directing that towards to would be immediately.
I just feel like he's contradicting. He said before, they don't have that part where he said that the word has no effect on him.
Yeah, I get
and then I feel like Pierce Morgan was just trying to see, like, you swear you're so big and bad, say the word then. Because she was saying, I don't care, I can say whatever I want. Then she was scared to say it.
Because and what would be so bad about it if she was using the context of...
No, because he called her bluff, though. Because she was talking like, oh, I say it all the time. He's like, all right, say it right now. And she was scared, she didn't even say it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but you know what? The same people who would say, like I said to you, like I was saying to you.
I'm the victim of it. So
Listen, I'm the only nigga on here.
because
so when he said it, that's what I'm saying. He's calling himself that.
He's not. That sounds nutty. This man is...
That's what I'm hearing. He just said that.
I'm not hearing it properly. He is saying, if it's harmful, and you would be addressing it, who would you be addressing it to? I would be the only person that you would find that being harmfully said to. He's not saying it like what was that? Who gets on a panel? Who gets on a panel? Okay, I'm on a panel. You sound crazy to say.
Unashamedly.
I'm the
Let's play the video. I'm gonna play from the beginning again. I'm gonna play from the beginning.
I heard it a million
I'm gonna
times.
just play from the
You're
beginning.
allowed to say
I was
what you
watching
want
this earlier.
unashamedly, and you will
Well, go on,
not
then say
have,
it. Say
you
the
will
M.
not
Go on, say. Go on. Say the M word. Go on.
Don't invite. No. I don't want you to invite this woman to say a racially harmful term to me, because I'm the only on here. So if she says it, I'm the victim of it. So please don't invite her or Rays to call me the N-word. That's basically what it's going to be. There's a bunch of white people up here. You and one Uncle Tom on the left here, and to ask her to say the N-word while I'm here is ridiculous. You would not sit here with a Jewish person and say, please use a Jewish slur in front of this Jewish. It's ridiculous. I understand you don't have any bad intent, Pierce. I understand what you're trying to do, but we don't know some race. And I don't want to invite a racial harm to me.
I hear you, and I accept that, and we'll leave it there. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
I want to live in a country where
Here's
people are
Morgan for
allowed to say what
understanding
they
that.
want.
And
Why do you want to support a white racist?
Because I want to support free speech, and you cannot have free speech in the country.
Sure,
if you
that's
have-
fine. You can support free speech, but you also have to be accountable for what you say. She is.
Like I
Would
said.
you use the N word out of interest?
Yes.
You would.
I do quite frequently.
You use the N word quite frequently. Well, why? Other than the fact you're a despicable racist, are you?
Some would say I am. I guess according to the ADL, I'm a white supremacist. I'm a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, but if you use the N word repeatedly, you are a racist, then, are you?
Sure, I'll embrace that. If that means forwarding, helping white people achieve freedom of speech, real freedom of speech, which, by the way, child hindrance is being attacked on all fronts. They're trying to bring legal charges against her. They're trying to get her children taken away. So you were saying that Carmelo Anthony, it doesn't matter. That's a different.
Sorry, just to be clear, you just said to me you use the N word regularly. In what context? Do you use it with black people? Why would you want to support a white racist?
If it's appropriate.
When would it be appropriate
Because
to
it's
use the
about black
N-word?
people.
When would it be appropriate?
Anytime I feel like it.
So you're an unashamed racist.
She was picking up. She was talking shit. She was scared to say this
That
shit.
means you're just
Say this shit. You talk like you say it. Say it.
I guess so. I don't really care. I mean, why are we not talking about Shiloh Hendrix? Why are we talking about?
Well, actually, I think you moved it on in this debate very quickly to your own racism, which explains why you've supported her in public and why you've got all these views. You see no problem with a woman shrieking the N-word repeatedly because you yourself are a despicable racist. And you've just proudly admitted that with a smug grin on your face, which is pretty horrifying, actually, for most people to have to watch. And shame on you. You're entitled to do it, and I'm entitled to call you despicable.
Like I said, man, I feel like you should be able to say whatever the fuck you want, but just know there's repercussions for certain shit that you say.
Love it.
That's the end of it. All right? Me, I don't really give a fuck about the word.
So
I used to, but that word has no power over me. Like,
So essentially,
you're not gonna say it and hurt my feelings. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
essentially,
but you're not gonna say it to me at the end of the day, right?
everyone talking tough until someone gets punched in the
Yeah.
fucking mouth.
That chick she wasn't talking shit because they say this shit. You talking big and bad, talking about, oh, I use it all the time. So why didn't you use it when they're telling you to use it?
You can only hide but so much.
And that lady, I'm not be talking, I'm potting, but yo, don't be calling little kids fucking N-word. Like, you want to, I don't think white people care about crackers, do they?
Listen, it's a
I don't
derogatory
think they do,
term.
but
You can't go around calling people cracker. What the fuck is wrong with you? There's no way that
I
anyone
mean,
in
yeah,
that
I mean,
Indian-
don't call anybody racial slurs, man. Unless
Nothing,
you
nothing.
know, don't do it. Unless,
Nothing. Nothing. No racial terms
Yeah, no
are
racial
good
terms.
or endearing.
I mean, you
We
can
work so
be
hard
creative
to pass
with
that
it.
point.
You know, be creative.
Don't be creative with it. Just don't have that kind of energy in your heart. You don't have to worry about fucking people.
I mean, we love everybody out here, right? We love everybody up here, right?
I don't love everybody.
What do you mean? We love everybody. So love regardless. We love everybody.
We love everybody.
All right. And then now we're going to go Diddy trial star, you know?
The trial of the century.
Diddy, man. They coming for you, my guy. Human, man. Hopefully. I don't know. I still think he's going to get off. I don't know why. I just feel like I feel like he's going to get some shit going to happen and we're going to be shocked.
Yo, so you actually tapped in with me about the old boy who was like the federal witness.
Oh, that video's mad old.
It's an older video, but this guy, who was one of Diddy's sex.
That shit came out before the case, before Cassie even did this shit.
It did come out, but the whole point of it is, right, he asked me, his question was like, now since all this is presenting itself, does that mean that everything he was saying?
Now the thing is, he's back in the news now because it come to find out that Diddy did pay him off $5 million again. Cause he paid him before because he got herpes. Well, that's what he's saying in the whatever the.
Wait, so this guy got herpes? So does that mean?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. This is he got herpes from them, so he had to sign an NDA.
Wait, he got herpes from Cassie and Diddy?
Yes.
Oh shit.
This is old news, and now they.
No. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
He said that in this whole little tangent he had. Right?
Yeah, he's the same dude that shot up the Trump resort in Florida.
Like I told him, old boy he got.
Let's play the video. Quick. There's an old video. I remember 50 even posted this shit.
I had sex with Cassie and Sean. Basically, he would masturbate and talk about what I do with Cassie. I was like a sex slave, okay? For them, that's what I was. That's all, alright? I caught herpes, and I came back and I treated for herpes and won. But Deeds and Ross, which they good buddies, okay? They're gay. Both. Eddie and Ross. And Kevin. They're all gay.
DJ Khaled, Rick Ross, and Diddy?
Yeah.
They all gay?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Right.
I seen the cocaine, I'm trying myself. Having sex with Diddy and Cassie. Okay,
Alright, hit that.
it's not good. He drinks all the time. Right, he calls it GG. It's the cocaine.
Alright.
I'm certified $4.15 with Diddy. Combs.
Yeah, and then he was talking about Illuminati shit, and they talking about Trump and that assassination. He was talking about all this shit. This is 2018.
He did say this is 2018, right?
Yeah.
But we got.
And this was before we even knew about this was before Cassie even came out with the lawsuit when I first seen it.
So, first of all, that's crazy. That's wild. So
Yeah, and once the Cassidy the whole lawsuit, this video resurfaced again, and like, oh, so this dude was probably telling the truth because he was just talking bullshit.
So here's my.
But I ain't trying to be a conspiracy. It's kind of crazy. He said all this shit, and then it kind of lined up.
It did not line up. It gave you a different perspective on things, and it allowed you to like evaluate it from a different perspective. Because listen, like I told him before, dudes will say anything to get out of jail. And when you're in there with the feds not just gonna let you out just because you said one thing. They're gonna use you.
Yeah, if you've seen the whole thing, he's talking about how he got to the stage where he is now, where he's suing up the Trump crowd. He's trying to tell you that during these sex, whatever, freak-offs, Diddy would be talking on the phone about all this conspiracy type shit, and he would overhear it. He would hear about they have the bourgeois or whatever he was talking about. I forgot whatever group he called the black fraternity, whatever he said that Trump. I mean, he said that Diddy was part of it. Diddy was influencing votes and this, that, and the third. He overhear all this shit, and then that's when he seen the Illuminati game. And he's talking about one of the cars, Trump was supposed to get assassinated, so that's why he went to the hotel, and it's mad crazy shit. It sounds like conspiracy. But the crazy thing about all the shit that we talking conspiracy, a lot of shit was coming true lately. The last few years, we thought these people crazy, but
is it coming true or
it's not true? But it's looking like it's circling around, and it might be true. 25% of it. 25%.
It's like astrology. Someone writes or creates these quote unquote definitions of the certain astrologies, and then people in their mind.
Yeah, I mean, if you want it to be true, you're gonna. Whatever you want to be true, whatever you want to see, you're gonna see.
Exactly.
That's how the mind works.
Exactly.
I don't really believe it wholeheartedly, but it's just crazy out the system a little bit.
Oh boy, the feds flipped him.
I don't think the feds flipped him. He still never got a ring. He's been in jail since 2018.
He ain't been in jail since 2018. He has no bond, but he has no sentence.
Yo. I remember I was watching this shit go through a whole thing.
So that means the feds flip him and they're keeping him for different purposes, and then when they see fit, that's when they're gonna let him out. You don't just.
Yeah, I feel like they're all in cahoots, man. You think they're gonna let them take?
He's just a little. Listen, he don't want to admit it to you. He's got a little conspiracy theory in him.
No,
you gotta start thinking about.
No, I don't. Sometimes.
No, realistically,
it's
just like the kid who got locked up a couple years ago, and he had no court date, but he was sitting in jail. But yet he ended up killing himself due to the trauma that he had to deal with. But but the city of New York had no explanation as to.
Oh, you talking about that dude in the UFC? I have friends that I ain't gonna say anything. That told me they said a little, but
yeah. But that's all in cahoots. Let me tell you something. Sometimes
you tell me the powerful motherfuckers ain't in cahoots with each other.
Listen, they're just.
If this nigga, whatever he's saying is true. He's saying Diddy isn't. That means Diddy they're talking about his lawyer, the same dude that defended Michael Jackson. That means there's some powerful people in cahoots.
Yeah, listen.
They're gonna look out for each other.
Listen, if you rocking with someone, right, and you have this ability to do so, are you gonna talk about that around someone like this who's fucking creative?
The guy is drugged out of his mind. You think he gives a fuck about what he's talking about?
You see how we started that? The guy is drugged out of his mind. So
no, Diddy is drugged out of his mind. They said Diddy was doing all these types of drugs while he's having these freak offs. You think he's thinking straight?
Again, conspiracy theory.
It's not conspiracy theory no more. There's a whole court case. He's going to court right now for it.
Again, let me tell you.
They caught his drug mule. Did they catch that white boy? They had all the drugs on him?
Again, you see.
This is not conspiracy.
Let me tell you something. They can do that with him.
Oh my God.
Let me tell you something.
How about this is proof? They caught his drug mule. They locked. They arraigned these niggas.
There's nothing illegal about a fucking drug mule. You're speaking about.
No, you told me. Yo, Diddy was doing drugs. The nigga fucked up. That's why he got caught.
Again, just because he was doing drugs doesn't make a fucking drug mule. He wanted to rely.
No, they called it. Remember they called it the white boy win that was a drug mule.
Yeah, so what? He was that.
That means that's proof that he's doing drugs. He has a personal drug dealer.
Everyone in the industry does drugs.
So how is it unlikely that Diddy was probably fucked up saying shit he's not supposed to say in front of his fucking prostitute?
Because there's too much at stake there, and
Oh my God.
Let me tell you something.
Yo, that's what Diddy's in the shit he is right now. The nigga's drugged up. and he was moving sloppy.
Stop it.
Because all these powerful people do the same shit.
This is like a dude who can be influenced.
Oh my! Now I'm influenced.
He can be influenced.
Now I'm influenced. I see no video and watching the people talk, and the nigga get locked up right after.
But what I'm saying, but you also have heard the millions of bullshit fucking
yes,
stories.
This is not one of the books. This came out before any of this.
But people, let me tell you something. You know how many stories there?
Why would he pay a nigga $5 million if it was bullshit?
Because he was fucking his girl.
Oh my God! So you telling me you paid a nigga $5 million to shut the fuck up, and this is not true? Why you paying a nigga $5 million to shut the fuck up?
Your sense of peace is more important than fucking arguing with.
Yo, ex-porn star who shot up Trump Resort, who claimed the signed NDA with rapping in exchange for $5 million. He paid him $5 million to shut the fuck up. Why?
Listen.
No, this is why would I give you an NDA for $5 million?
It doesn't take too much.
What you're saying is bullshit.
It doesn't take too much to convince him. It does not take too. And literally a couple.
Wait, please. My guys, my humans. Why would I pay you $5 million in an NDA to shut the fuck up? Why?
Is there proof that he has $5 million?
These are laws right here.
So what? Does he have proof? Are there no financial transfers? Have you looked into it deeper? There have been no financial. There have been no.
I don't want Diddy to get locked up, bro. I'm not here saying I want Diddy to get locked up. Yeah, but these are the reports that we're seeing.
He's playing both sides.
I'm playing both sides. I'm doing that
because you know
I'm playing both sides.
Someone posted something online on a not credible news source and said,
they fucking academics in the fucking court. There's a source right here.
He sourced academics. The nigga who
he sourced it from the actual site.
The nigga who literally glazes Drake. This dude is getting emphatic about something.
He's a Drake fan. What the hell does that mean?
He's getting emphatic about literally sources from academic.
He put the stat of where it came from. There's an actual article.
Listen, so just let me tell you guys something to keep.
You want me to bring the actual article up?
A little food for thought here. If you need to influence him, there's someone is not
now we're influencing because I'm reading a source that's on the fucking computer.
Just source it to places that he may look.
God.
Because
and
the reason why I'm gonna say this, right? And mind you, I'm in the industry. Firsthand, I saw this. Someone got murdered in my building literally a couple weeks ago, right? I heard so many fake stories, right? And this is coming from CNN. But the reality of it is none of that.
You fucking believe some of those stories.
That's what listen, I was going off of what was being presented to me. I didn't believe it. I was taking information that was presented to me.
This came out before Diddy, Cassie, did a whole fucking lawsuit. Before we even knew about a lawsuit. We see this shit, we thought it was fucking bullshit.
You can be him.
Then, months later, Cassie comes out and says everything that this motherfucker was saying in the fucking...
will do to you if you get too low.
Social media is a whole video of them being interviewed by the cops. What are you talking about? Yo, next topic, man.
Moving right along.
Yo, GTA dropped the trailer number 2. And they pushed back their game.
GTA.
We thought it was coming out this year, but it's coming out, May 26, 2026. I mean, I could play the trailer kind of crazy. It's mad detailed. I can't wait for this shit because this shit came out when I was 23 and I'm like fucking 35 now.
All I'm saying is GTA better blow Roblox out of the water. It needs to be a GTA world. We don't want GTA games anymore. We want to be in...
I mean, it was kind of that with online.
Listen, it was. I'm not a big listen, I don't play a lot of video games. Right? I don't play video games, period.
I mean, I'm not big, I didn't really play online that much, but...
All I'm saying to you is that I'm very aware of what GTA is. You know, I understand.
I mean, here's the trailer right now. It looks amazing. I ain't gonna front. They got hasty music. They got hasty station.
Because there's water, right?
Yeah. The trailer, it looks real detailed. It looks amazing. I ain't gonna front. I know this is probably not gameplay, but this still looks amazing.
I heard Aiden Ross said he was in it.
Who?
Aiden Ross said he's in the game.
I mean, probably look at that. Shit look like Miami. That shit crazy. Like the trailer looks amazing. So I don't give a fuck. I'm looking forward to that shit. I can't wait.
Listen,
I know that game gonna be like $100, and I'm gonna pay that $100.
$2 billion budget.
Yeah, $2 billion.
You know what you can do with $2 billion? Yo, they said make this the best game ever released. The next game gotta have a $4 billion budget.
The next one ain't coming out till 2035. So.
What you doing out there?
But I mean, I'm looking forward to this. The trailer looks amazing.
Time on your hands.
It looks real amazing, and the detail, the graphics. So I think it's worth the wait. And I'm definitely waiting for it. I can't wait.
Yeah, but I would have loved to see it be hosted in California, in LA, because.
What do you mean they did that? They did that with the last one.
They did, but I'm saying like Miami.
I don't know what you're talking about. Vice City was fired.
Miami,
it's
LA.
fired. They're going back to Vice City because Vice City was fired.
Yo, listen.
And we want to see. I think we don't want to see. They did 6 and then they jumped right back to Los Santos again. We don't want to be California again. I'm ready for Vice City.
I feel like
I'm gonna get to see my Haitians. So shout out to my Haitians, my souls.
Yo, listen. All I'm saying to you is that I feel like GTA has become bigger than most things in the last 5 years. Like, and people like
I'm bigger than 5 years.
Like, it's to the point where I'm waiting for GTA 6 and I don't even play this shit. Like, let's let that shit, let it drop, man. Let it fly, man.
We've been holding up on this. We've seen it weeks ago. But the Sinners, everybody talking about Sinners. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's overhyped, but I give it a good 7.5, 8. I've seen it twice. I've seen it in IMAX. It's a good movie. For original film, even though I really like it.
Yes, that's a very.
Shout out to Ryan Coogler, man. Ryan Coogler doing his thing, man.
Right.
And Michael B. Jordan.
I love how you always literally give us some raw BTS, man. Like the way you just brought this together.
Yeah. He's so Oakland, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's definitely like there was Black Mirror, and then there was this, right?
Black Mirror, what do you mean?
Black Mirror, I'm just talking about how you make a thriller out of something we see every day. How you show a dark side of certain things that people are dealing with, going through, or more importantly have.
At first when I seen it, I guess I didn't pay attention to the trailer. I didn't really know the vampire shit. I just heard people talking about.
I
didn't even watch the trailer. I guess I didn't really watch it. I just kept on saying Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler. I'm gonna watch it regardless. I fuck with all that shit. But then when I first seen it, I'm thinking it's gonna be a slave movie or this, that, even though it was post-slavery. It was
exactly. That's exactly. Ryan in fucking.
But it was just a time. It is made in that time period. But I like the movie. I know a lot of people hate on it, but I give it a good 7.5, 8. I'm not gonna give it a 10 to 10. At first, I did not see it again. I was like.
I'll give it a cool 8.5.
Yeah,
but shout out to Michael B. Jordan, the hard work and talent.
Yeah, being
playing two people.
Smoke,
awesome.
Stack and Smoke.
Yes, awesome stuff, man. I'm definitely very impressed, very motivated by your efforts.
It was a good movie.
Definitely gonna give it I'm gonna give it 8.5.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
But just staying on that side of things, we were just talking about streaming and the viewership of streaming. Companies like Spotify have been, altering some of these streaming numbers and also making it visible. Yeah. Spotify has noticed that.
They're not making it a rush. I think they
have made it visible.
Yeah.
So basically,
it's always been visible, though. I think the stream.
Yeah. So it's always been visible, but the argument here, right? A lot of those numbers have been overinflated. A lot of those numbers have been fabricated by stream farms and
they've been doing what they said. Spotify has been removing streaming numbers from multiple genres for the past 3 months.
It's basically we know what you're doing. Think about all the people who made bread. There was this guy a couple of
they've been saying they got the streaming farms. Rappers said it in songs, like Cole said. Everybody. Man, it's been like this since the beginning of time, bro.
Well,
a song gets a little buzz, record label's gonna put some money behind it, and they're gonna push it a little more. It's just how it is. The number one song you like, it's been worked on. It's just how it works.
But you know what? Now there's AI out there, and AI has the ability to depict whether this has been fluffed, fabricated, or overinflated for that artist.
Spotify is removing stream counts from big artists who are faking their streams but won't release the name of said artist. Laugh my ass off, y'all. The label, and then the rest of those artists is independent artists.
Yeah.
And he's saying like, yo, but the game ain't fair. The game ain't never been fair. It's just how it is.
Coming from Spotify, the owner of Spotify, who never doesn't have a musical note in his body.
That's why I laugh at you Drake fans complaining about Kendrick, K-Box, whatever. They did the same shit for Drake. It's just how the game works. Garner's influence and attention. Then they're gonna put some money behind it and make that attention go as far as it can go. It's just how it works.
Every playlist,
every artist, there's some artists that were hot, but they got extra hot with the puss. It's just what it is, like, you know. M sold $1 million, he probably sold 800, but they made sure they pussed it for $1 million or 1.5 or 1.6. 50 sold this, they actually pussed it a little bit more.
It was like back in the
Drake sold this and they pussed it an extra bit more.
It was like back
so it's in your face all the damn time.
When Apple dropped the Sting album, when they forced you to download it.
Oh yeah. What was the Sting? It was
YouTube. Sorry, Sting. Listen, you still, obviously hold a place in the industry. Getting paid $5,000.
It is what it is. You think people like it, but they don't make you like it more. When it's in your face all the time, when you can't get away from it, you hear that song every fucking day on the radio. You can't escape from it. It's, the bigger ones, the ones behind the bigger hands are pushing that shit for it to be a #1 track. Man.
Absolutely.
Same thing when I feel about awards. Like, I think he's able to pay for awards. Like,
and another thing, referring back to the studio, the show, and
I need to watch that. You can mention I never watched it.
Seth Rogen was actually one of his artists just came out, Zoe Kravitz. She was accepting an award. And throughout the night, he kept on asking her, are you going to thank me, being that I'm the studio head? Are you going to thank, because I put a lot of work into making this thing come into fruition. Yeah. And everyone was going up, accepting their awards, accepting these awards and thanking people who had no ties to the project. And it kept on playing in the back of his mind, all the hard work and effort and trials and tribulation he went through to make this project come to light. And he actually went to the teleprompter and tried to get them to put his name in her speech. She came back there, caught him, and basically tried to back out of the upcoming deal because he tried to impose his name on this actual.
Seth Rogen snitching on the industry.
So basically, what he was saying is that a lot of these studios force or contractually make these artists thank them in these speeches to make it seem like it's a joint effort.
I mean, nobody's bigger than the machine. Stop thinking. These artists think they're bigger than the machine and they're not. The machine made you. They'll make another you. It's just how it is. It's the fucking truth. People hate the truth, but that's the truth. They'll make another you.
Oh, man.
All right? They'll convince the masses to love another person like they did with you.
Man, listen.
But let's go. Russ, continuing on Russ. Russ goes, he feels like Spotify should remove the public display of listener accounts and streams. How do you feel about that?
I think it's a healthy competition. I feel like
man, these artists ain't gonna want that. They want to brag and say, oh, I got this. Their fans want to use that to brag, and they post up the numbers. Like, this is what the fans and the artists want. Because you can see when fan bases are fighting each other or arguing with each other, they're gonna bring up the Spotify fucking numbers and streams and tell you, oh, he's hotter because he has this much stream, or he's hotter because at the end of these streams are fucking manipulated at the end of the day, all right? Like what you like what artists you like. At the end of the day, if they're big because of the machine, all right? They were probably garnered enough attention for the machine to get behind them.
Listen, I've never been a big fan of Spotify. I'm not a fan of how
I use Apple, but
I'm not a big fan of how they loopholed getting these kickbacks and eventually paying the artist less. The owner of Spotify is worth more than
top I said before, you're not bigger than the machine, man. The machine doesn't make that money, man.
So for me to sit here and say, hey, listen, Spotify shouldn't show the numbers. Look, IG did it. They started taking down the likes, right? I think it's a healthy competition, but is it healthy if they're faking these numbers or fluffing or fudging?
I feel like they don't see the numbers. They're still gonna fake the numbers anyway because they're getting paid off the numbers.
Like Netflix has their own metric system to essentially equate how many times or what makes them #1 on their scale, and you don't see that, right? So a movie may not necessarily be played so much here in America, but all over the world, and if it fits within that metric system, that's how they go about getting and creating their ones in top 10. Now, places like Spotify and YouTube, that doesn't matter because these people are streaming these numbers. But, listen, the AI is what helped figure that out. So, moving right along, though, let's talk about your girl.
So, Brian, let me play the clip.
Tenderly, because I'm 38 fucking years old. So, yeah, like I've been working for 20 years. I'm a professional adult.
So we can cut off a lot of dudes if you date, you're not dating, whatever, but like Future, what's the age limit?
Age limit?
As far as youth to old. What's the youngest to the oldest? Like what's your age?
Damn, I'm telling myself right now. I would say right now, at my age right now, yeah, I would not date younger than 25, 26. Why? Why is that funny?
No, because I thought she was going to
I thought you would say.
I thought she was going to go some like 35 or 50.
Me too. Oh no, I mean I don't think I could. I don't know. I'm not gonna get up here and lie. Okay, young men are very aggressive and they do not care how old I am. And
Wait, but Joy, I have to ask you because this is a whole thing with women.
25
They're saying that these young men are really. They're saying.
Nah, you ain't about to have me out here on some bullshit. 25 is a grown ass man.
They're saying 25-year-old men are where it's at. All the older women, that's what I'm trying to say. The women that I've been talking to, like in their 30s, late 30s, they're like, these younger men, they're intentional, they come with it, they're like not playing around. They want to date you, they like treat you like you're a goddess, they appreciate you, they talk life into you. Like, I am hearing that these younger men from all these women, they are where it's at. I've never dated a younger man before, no. I've never wanted to.
They're telling the truth.
At this point, they're talking about
This is the truth after dark. They're telling the truth.
This is what I'm hearing. And even
But I don't like it's 20. I don't want to be clear because I'm not. Like 25 is a grown man.
it's a grown man, Joy. You're not. Don't.
You're not about to have me on.
So is Jalen Green a grown man?
What else is non-negotiable for you?
You're not 25 yet.
That's a little joke.
I'm interested in religious men, if I'm being honest with you. I told Paul this the other day. I don't know. You hit me with the man of God thing since I'm
But you say God out in the podcast.
God?
Yeah, like God, oh my God.
Oh my God. No.
Oh my God, it's different.
Oh my God, it's different than being a man of God. If you're leading, I don't know. I've just had some. I've had some negative experiences with people that lead with their religion.
Are you religious?
Not really.
No.
So I would say I'm a person of faith, but I'm not, I was raised in a Baptist church, very, very religious family. I don't think that just because you're a Christian that you are, not living a good life. I'm just saying if that's the first thing that you bring to the table, it's a red flag for me because
like they're hiding behind their religion.
Why? What is it?
Sister Lalone brought me to tell you how much that coochie means to me. I said, can I get an amen?
And it's become a red flag for me. I'm not saying that if you believe in God that you are a red flag. I also don't give a fuck.
Everything's a red flag. These modern women, everything's a red flag.
The ink list is alive and
for a good Christian man.
Yeah.
And some people are.
Yo, man. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels, man. He was telling us this, man. Yo. Don't listen to, these women just be saying shit to say shit. They don't believe in half the shit they're saying. Not all y'all. Not all you lovely women. A lot of these modern women that are these influencers that are trying to influence you guys to go down the wrong path. They be saying the opposite of what they want. They're just saying shit. Now you don't want a religious man. You don't want this. You want that. How many times I heard women say they want a man of faith, a man of this or that? Now she's told. And then there's the same woman that would say that she's willing to put a case out on a dude to get what she wants. Remember with the whole Fox News debacle that happened, where her friend was snitching on her, the hairstylist, whatever.
Yeah. We need to make a new ick list of men. Listen, for all the men out there who's
Yo, we're not allowed to be everything we do disturbs these women. I feel like, the more privileges women get, because you gotta say, in the past, women really couldn't do shit.
No.
They couldn't get bank accounts, they couldn't get licenses. I feel like with the more privileges that they get, they hate men, but men create a society where they could live with double standards, be taken care of, and all this, like, you know, it's hate men, this the culture we live in now. You hate men, the men that create society, for you to do half the shit y'all doing, saying the shit y'all saying right now. Y'all hate us so much, but we create this shit for y'all, right? As a man in the whole. And I feel like women just, the more privilege they get, the more they're gonna show their ass. And they're getting money now, and they feel like they want to do what they think powerful men could do, or what they think the idea of what men are doing. So they are getting the money now, and they feel like they're boss bitches, right?
That's what they call them.
Yeah, they're boss bitches, and they want to do. It's gonna come with the territory. They're gonna keep doing this shit, and they're gonna keep on acting like they're happy, but at the end of the day, they're not happy. Because they end up being 50, 38, whatever age, and they start saying a different tune. Like, I bet you Joyce Taylor in 10, 15 years, just like Tracy Ellis Ross, whatever, they're going to change their tune. Because reality is going to hit, and reality hits hard. Because we didn't make nature, right? Men age different than when women age. It's just how God made this earth. Like, we didn't make this shit. It's just how it is. And reality is always going to hit. It's just what it is. Reality is a motherfucker. It's gonna hit you when you don't want it, when you're gonna realize, like, yeah, man. And we can talk about that video I sent you earlier where the chick, a lesbian chick, it's from the 90s though, she dresses up like a man and starts living her life like a man. She gets all these dates. Then she gets shitting on men like, yo, men got it hard out here. Ain't it easy as it seems? Like, they make this shit so much easier for us, and we take that shit for granted. I was at that clip to play now, but it's a long clip.
Listen, I saw the clip, and let me tell you something. I guess it ain't all sweet, like y'all running around here trying to put the pressure. But in reality, man, step up. Do you know what I mean?
We gotta step up, do our thing,
your big
man.
one.
Focus on
and lock in. And
lock in, man. Because these chicks gonna show you their ass any chance they get. It's just reality, like, especially when now they have all the privileges that we have.
Yeah, listen. Uncle told me this when I was younger, man. Listen, chase your dreams, women are follow.
Yeah.
Make
you chase these women, man, they gonna show your ass. I'm telling you, we know, a lot of us know from experience, from past shit. You chase these women, they gonna show you their ass.
Listen. Lock in, gentlemen.
Lock the fuck in, you heard?
Definitely, but on the flip side.
Hey, why you talking about religious men too? I feel like, yo, you deal with one fucked up religious man, or stop labeling all these people. Everybody, we're the same, but we're different.
Crystal girls? What about the crystal girls? The girls who love crystals and energy.
And we say that shit, oh my God, all women are not the same. We all do, both genders do the same shit, right? We label people and act like everybody's the same. We are the same to some degree.
Yeah,
but then we're different.
If a girl has a cat, is that an ick or is that a red flag that just she has no life?
Yo, every day we go on the web, there's something new that men do that women don't. I just saw a video where a girl said she hates the green flag of a dude that takes care of his kids.
Yeah, she says it's a red flag if a guy takes care too much.
Listen, that's a green flag that she sees as an ick.
Oh man. Listen.
Like, what the fuck? Yo, social media has people just snitching on stuff that's showing you that some people are just, their character's not good. It's
Joy Bryant, she want kids, she want guys 10 years younger. Shannon Sharp he looked like a nut job, right? 6 years difference between the two.
Yo, it just comes down to the same equation, man. These humans get some money, they get some power, then they just want younger people because they can control younger people. And they could have younger people do whatever the fuck they want. It's just what it is. People want control. And once they get old, they're going to want something new. Another young shit that could jump when they tell them jump and that's how high.
But, you know, again, that changes the dynamics of how relationships are framed. And more importantly, what we see.
That relationship's dead. That shit's dead. The old dynamics that people think about the 90s, I want that 90s love, that shit is over. It's a whole different world, all right?
So essentially, to bounce off of what he's saying, is marriage really worth it?
Is it worth it in 2025?
Paul Pierce said it a couple of days ago, marriage is for poor people. Marriage is for people who are not informed. I can't necessarily...
I don't know. I feel like you can't listen to Paul Pierce because he's never been married.
I was going to say that. As well. You got to take what he's saying with a grain of salt. Because that's like someone who don't have kids telling you how to take care of kids.
And that's why I'll never be in another relationship because it's always based off of that.
So you're not going to be in another relationship?
Hell no, for what? Because it's going to be based off of sex. Once that wear down, you're going to go find somebody else that's better. Yeah. But it ain't going to be based off of... Listen to the thing, and listen carefully. Listen carefully.
I'm listening.
Relationships, let me say what marriage is all about, or let me say what marriage is, and who's marriage for. Marriage is for old people and poor people.
Mm.
Okay, so let's get into that. Why?
Because when you broke, our parents, like my moms and all them, they married on a merit of like, okay, we're going to put our incomes together, have all these kids, and then when our kids... We're going to have 5, 10 kids back in the 60s, all them. They're going to have 5, 10 kids so they can work and bring income.
Yeah.
So, you poor. So you married for that. And now when you get old, somebody that can get on your side to take care of you. Right now, my mom got married. My mom never been married in my lifetime. She got married when she was 70.
Wow.
It was perfect. She had somebody by her side the whole way through.
So do you...
I really believe that, like, that's what, like, outside of that, it's no advantage to a man. Why is marriage an advantage? What advantage, what does it do for a man when things go south? Like, we gonna have to give up half our this, pay child support, pay, but it's only advantageous to a woman. Like, it's real talk.
But what if you meet a woman and you're like, wow, she's a gem, she's valuable, she's everything, and I want to lock her down in marriage?
I don't want to lock no woman down. We can be cool.
So you're telling me that today.
You said we could be cool.
You, on January 4th, you do not want to be in a relationship ever again.
I don't think it's realistic long term until I turn 70.
I've never been more old.
So
I feel like it comes different. He played in the NBA. It's different. Like he had women fucking him for his money. Like he's a little jaded and he sees it. And he already said that his mom wasn't married till she was 7, so he didn't see the marriage life. Like me, my parents are married. Like I see them being married. I see my mom help my dad in certain ways. And I see my dad help my mom in certain ways. So I can't say that all women, but then again, those are women from a different era.
Yeah, you're right.
So it's kind of different because my mom wasn't able to do what women could do today. Like it's just a lot different. And I feel like I can't say women are only there for sex and money because my mom would clean. Like I see it now, my mom's taking care of my dad. My dad can't do half the things he's doing
That's
anymore.
what you do when you go.
He's by inside, but then my mom's a religious woman, and seeing these Jezebels out here right now.
He said Jezebel.
You Jezebels. My mom ain't
still white.
right now. But I feel like I can't say women only. You can find. I mean, I won't get married one day. I'm not gonna front and say I don't want to. I seen that growing up. Like,
yeah.
I want that one day. Am I gonna find it? You never know. Maybe, hopefully, God bless me, whatever.
Well, there's a sense of peace in that. No one.
Yeah, there's a peace. Like I feel like there's some type of structure. I feel like if you go into it thinking about getting fucked, it's gonna happen. It's regardless. Like you're gonna get married to somebody, you probably get fucked, you probably won't get fucked. It's part of life. If you live in life in fear, like there's no point in living.
But remember, sometimes it is trauma that carries over.
Yeah, it is trauma. Yeah, like niggas be jaded out here.
Yeah, you're right. He said it right before. People are jaded and they kind of pass that on to somebody else.
Like, you try hard not to get jaded.
You try not,
but we're human at the end.
Exactly. Yeah. Take it all in stride, day by day,
by yourself. As I told you, trust me about percentages, all right?
And always
trust about percentages, man. You be alright.
And always show love, regardless.
Show love, regardless. But let's go to the next topic. I mean, but then again, I feel like What do you feel about what we said? Because I feel like we skipped to this a little too fast.
No. I feel like it definitely holds, like you said, we're in a different day and age. People look at things differently. History speaks for itself. So a lot of people are using these different situations.
But what do you think when he said that marriage benefits women more than men? Do you feel like that's true or? I feel like these dudes be looking at it at their. From them being from their point of POV, like you're rich, you have people. So you're like a target because you're rich. People are trying to deal with you because you have money. And it's different. It's like I feel like not average Joe, but somebody that's not in that type of limelight. I don't think they go through those same problems where people are trying to get you for at the beginning. But then again, at the beginning it's love. But then again, marriage is a business contract, right?
Yes, but also, again, like you said before, it's a different day and age.
Yeah.
People are, again, weaponizing that whole marital approach. Some people are basically beyond, they're taking this whole getting married as an opportunity for them to seize your money, seize the effort. Like, it's a two-way street. Like, it shouldn't be a one-way street where you're getting married to someone and then essentially they're getting sick or tired or getting older, and over time, you're just waiting on them, that payday.
Yeah, but you showed me that other video with that other lady, that Hispanic lady, talking about she got divorced 4 times.
Yeah.
And like she was giving the whole format how you get child support for every 3 years you refile, so you end up getting $1,000 for each kid, and like, I'm like, what the fuck? You just having kids to make money? Like,
yeah, no one wants to deal with that. Like,
but that's not every female or every. You gotta.
It's
I
not
feel like we gotta.
every female, but listen. This is what I want to say to you here, is that I know he's standing by that and saying that it's not every female, but what does reach every female is social media.
Yeah, I mean, they are impressive. There's something I dealt with somebody or a female and they be cool with certain shit and they see something on social media, and I'm like, where the fuck you got that from? And I'm
exactly. Yeah. So don't ever think that they're above certain situations.
Yeah, women. A lot of women are very impressive.
And the ones that are busy are on social media, so they
get a busy chick, man.
Listen, boy,
don't get these chicks that ain't got nothing to do, man. They got more time to be a headache.
When they got nothing to do, that's when the boredom comes out and the misery comes out. Yeah.
Then you're the reason for the misery. You.
Now you're like,
not them. You. Right?
I 100% agree.
That's crazy, man.
Lock in. But
this is our last one right here, right?
Definitely.
How old is too old to be outside as a woman? You came up with that. I feel like, me. Do whatever you want. Like, this is a new world. Women can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah.
This is not the 60s, this is not the 70s, this is not the 80s, alright? This is 2025, women can do whatever the fuck they want, alright? We men shouldn't be able to tell them what they could do and what to do, right? Apparently.
So this wasn't a question of whether
according to modern women.
This isn't a question about whether we're telling them what they can and what they can't. This is a question about how old is too old to be outside as a woman. Right? Now, the question is, like, if you're approaching a woman and she's outside, I didn't say anything about telling her what to do. If we're outside and you meet a girl, you're talking to her, most guys don't start the conversation about how old you are, right? But women do. They usually get into that within the first, based off of the initial interaction, or if there's a question, if you look questionable about your age, or there's something that you do or your mannerisms scream old or your mannerisms scream young, of course, then they want to verify that. Most guys don't say, hey, so how old are you, by the way? Because that's just not proper etiquette, right? So that's like a social thing where you have to essentially be tone deaf because you don't want to offend them. But let's say hypothetically you go out, you meet a girl, and she starts giving that fucking old sob story that older women do. They start telling you about, oh, I'm this, I did that, I did this, I don't want to deal with that. And they start basically laying out their resume of what they do, what they want and what they don't want. Then you're saying, oh, she seems pretty seasoned or pretty.
I don't know, man. I feel like, if you. I don't want to throw out it. I feel like women would know when it's too old to be out there. Like
of course they know, but I'm asking you, as a man, when you approach a girl and you meet a girl, right? Or you meet someone that has a potential to be in your life, when you meet them, and let's say hypothetically, they're like, oh, so...
You tell me I'm in the club and then there's 50-year-olds in there?
Yeah. So a girl comes to you, she looks like she's mid-30s, right? And you talk to her, you chop it up for a couple seconds, she goes, oh, by the way, I'm 55, right? What do you say in that moment? Does your demeanor change? Do you say, oh, she's too old, she can give to me, there's not too much she can do for me, maybe I'm
going to start fanning her down.
Fanning her down. So you're basically, why are you fanning her down?
Menopause is a motherfucker, right?
So basically,
I'm playing.
Some ageism going on.
I'm playing.
See how that works?
I'm playing.
So the question here is, he just said a couple seconds ago about how guys shouldn't be able to tell women they're old. That's indirectly saying, hey, listen, you're shaming that woman's age by saying, hey, listen, you have menopause, you may need to cool the fuck off, right?
No, I'm playing, yo. Shout out to all those women. We love you, mature women. It was just a joke. I know sometimes I can't take it, but it was just a joke. Right? I'm like, yo.
That's like the people who backtrack on saying the N-word when they get caught out because of the extenuating circumstances. Yo, I didn't really mean it. I was just saying it because I was mad.
But that's not the time they be saying it. Because they mad and they think they'll get you mad.
But we're talking about you focusing on the question of...
Oh, yeah, women. Women, I feel like... If you can't use tampons anymore, don't go out. But then again, there's different women that they be 50-40 now.
You see this? Now he's creating this this fake timeline. If you're not using tampons anymore, don't go out. Basically, stay inside and die.
No, I'm not saying that. So, go out and have some fun, all right? But just know, you'll know.
Now he's telling you what to do. Go out fun.
I'm not telling nobody to do
have
anything.
fun, all right? That's what he basically...
I'm not telling y'all to do anything. I do not have that right, all right? I'm just saying.
So as a woman, when you feel it's too old for you to be out there trying to play the field, and you ain't a woman, you're a man. Now, what old is too old for you to turn someone down? I
feel like, me saying I feel like there's an age for dudes to stop being going out too. I feel like, all right.
Well, no, I'm asking. Let's think to this question real quick. As you going out, or you in a social setting, you meet someone. You're not involved with anyone. You meet someone new. This person says, "Hey, I'm this age." What age do they say for you to say, whoa, you still outside doing this?
40?
Oh.
Yo, he made me say an age. He's forcing it on me. He's telling me pick an age. So
I'm not forcing him to say an age.
That was a random age. I just came out my head. It's not law. It's not a Ten Commandment.
So let me ask you a question here. Bernice Burgos comes up to you right? You're having a drink. She runs down you to the side of the bar, right? Let's say not even a club. Like, let's say we're at like an exhibit. Bernice,
that's different. That's not outside. That's outside. But you know when you say outside, I'm thinking about in the club.
No. So listen, the new outside is no longer the club, by the way. I just want to let y'all know that because you know why? Everyone's starting to see the recidivism of going into the club, burning that bread, not getting nothing out of it.
No, they still doing it.
People are not doing as much. Look at Vegas. Vegas is dwindling in numbers right now. People are starting to see the ROI is not there. It's just a moment of releasing and venting. So tighten up, gentlemen. Start to see the ROI on your invested time. Time is an investment. So when it comes to women, as I said to him before, when you go out, you're sitting down across from the person, standing across from this person, and you go, hey, pleasure to meet you. Oh, by the way, just out of curiosity, how old are you?
You don't ask a woman her age.
You don't, right? So how are they able to say you're too old to be outside, but yet...
Yo, you know everything's a double standard, man.
But you can't ask them their age. So when is it too old for women to be outside or taking up interest in some party of the opposite sex?
Yo, if you're a single woman, man, do what you want to do. Go out there and have fun. There's no age limit. Men are not supposed to tell women what they can do.
He just told you to go out and do it.
Yo, you demanded me to give you an age. You forced me. You coerced me to say a number.
Nah, because if you were out doing whatever you were doing and you get engaged in a conversation and a woman was saying, "Oh, I just want to make this clear."
You said Bernice Burgos.
Okay, so
Bernice Burgos together.
See how he's changing the goalposts. So he's changing the goalposts. So now, if you're out in a social setting and you're above the age of 40, don't go up to him.
What do you mean? I'm not gonna. They're not going up. We gotta go up to them anyways.
You see? So then
I'm gonna go up to
them. There are a lot of double standards, like he said.
Yeah,
but at the same time,
double standards.
When it comes to going outside, or when you're engaging in a social setting, right? Don't say to guys, you're too old to be outside doing this when y'all don't even want people to ask you how y'all age. It just seems very double standard.
Yo, man, be a gentleman, man. Respect women.
It just seems like this guy's pulling Steve Harvey over here.
Respect all the women, man.
He's trying to throw shots, but also trying to absorb.
Respect all the women, man. All the queens out there. We love you.
Love is everything. We love everybody, man.
Everybody,
right?
Especially the black queen, the Hispanic queen, the snow bunny queens, the Asian queens.
Especially.
every queen.
Yo, love is love. Showing love regardless. We love y'all.
We love y'all, man. We love you, Diddy. Hopefully, good luck on your trial. We love you. Everybody else at the Met Gala looking the fool. We love y'all. All right?
I'm down to be in the Met Gala with something strapped to my back next year, man. Let me know if y'all need something.
I mean, he gonna be there next year, nigga. You know?
Let's ball.
Yo, show love regardless, you heard?